Thank you for watching this video. So in this short video, I want to go over the reasons why I believe that selling Facebook ad as a service or deciding to start selling Facebook ad as a service is probably going to be the worst decisions that you ever make in your entire business career. Okay. And I'm making this video because I know a lot of people got sold this pipe dream and are still being sold this pipe dream of starting an advertising agency and just start selling Facebook ad. Okay. And I'm tired of seeing people struggle. I'm tired of seeing people go 3 years wanting to scale their businesses, but not being able to hit the crazy heights that they actually dream of. Okay. And a lot of people who will be watching this video have probably never heard of me. So I want to take a moment just to talk about who I am and just give you a quick background story about me. So my name is Serge Gatari. I'm 23 years old. I live in Montreal, Canada. I run clientacquisition.io. Okay. And what clientacquisition.io is, it's a consultancy that helps actual business owners, online service business owners. A lot of our customers are actual agency owners. Okay. Which is actually the reason why I'm making this video in the first place. And what we do is pretty simple. Okay. So agencies, online service businesses come to us and they're like, hey, Serge, we'd like to grow. Okay. And what we do is we create client acquisitions, like we create and implement client acquisition systems for our customers. Okay. And how we do it is we launch new outreach channels. We launch new outbound prospecting campaigns for them. We launch new channels. Okay. And we train a team, okay, cheap labor for them to actually manage these systems that we end up implementing for them. Okay, we train personalized VSL creators if they want to start booking meetings using personalized videos like I'm making right now. I mean, it's not a personalized video, but you get the point. We show them how to build commission-only end-to-end sales teams. We help them with a bunch of stuff. Okay, but the main thing that we do is we help people grow by building new acquisition systems. Okay. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I actually looked at our numbers and looked at the success rate of our customers. Okay. And I realized that in the past 6 months, the results of our customers have actually dipped. And I asked myself, why aren't our customers seeing the success that we're used to seeing? Okay. And I end up realizing that it's not because our acquisition systems don't work. It's actually that the thing that they're selling to the market is not like as needed as it was before. Okay. And it actually led me to wanting to make this video because I hope this video gets seen by a lot of people. If you're watching this video, please leave a like or leave whatever actions actually make a video more like viral, because I'm going to be covering some really important stuff here and I think it could save a lot of people's lives. Okay. And my whole mentality, okay, if I go over my business, like, the last year and a half that I've been in business is, I've started an advertising agency. I got sold, of course, just like you who's watching this video. I started an advertising agency selling funnels and paid ads, Facebook ad to coaches and consultants, scaled it to 5 figures per month. And then I ended up transitioning out of that to starting an appointment setting agency. Okay. I scaled that to $30,000 per month after the first 3 months of running it. And last summer, I started this consultancy, clientacquisition.io, and we took it from $0 to $108,000 per month in less than 5 months. Okay. And the whole reason I'm making this video, or the whole reason why I help people, is because I've seen what fast growth is. And I know that most people actually deserve fast growth. You don't have to wait 5 years to hit your first 6-figure month. I literally hit my first 10K month in January last year, and I hit 100 grand in revenue by November. Okay. And this was my first year in business. So I'm like, why aren't more online businesses achieving these results? Why aren't agency owners, consultants, coaches achieving these services? Okay. Or these results? And the whole point of me making this video, this is going to be mostly specific to people running service, Facebook ad as a service, because that's the whole point. My goal is listen to this video if you'd like to actually skyrocket, if you'd like to have skyrocket growth. Okay. So let's get back into it. Okay. So I'm gonna try to use two things. I'm gonna try to go over platform performance as well as other marketing principles to actually explain the reasons why I believe that selling Facebook ad is probably not the best way to get rich fast. Okay, so yeah, so let's look at a few things. Okay, recently. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, and it's crazy that a lot of people who are actually selling Facebook ad don't even talk about this, okay? But Facebook, this week, I believe, they lost 232 billion in value in a single day, okay? And the whole reason this drop happened actually proves my point as to why Facebook is probably not. I mean, I'm not saying that Facebook ad is not definitely a great platform to advertise on. I'm just saying that there is better, okay? So check this out. I'm gonna read a little bit about this drop for you guys and try to explain it to those who don't know why it happened. So, so Meta, I mean, it's not Facebook anymore, it's Meta. Meta said it expected revenue growth to slow because users were spending less time on its more lucrative services. It cited inflation as a weight on advertiser spending and estimated that ad tracking changes introduced by Apple last year would cost Meta some $10 billion this year, okay? So let's go back to here. So what it means is that Facebook is actually expecting to probably lose $10 billion because of two things. Because the time spent on the platform per user dropped, and because the attribution issues due to the whole iOS 14 update are actually causing people or advertisers not to be able to make data-driven decisions, okay? So I'm not saying that these are the two main reasons to actually make a platform a great advertising platform. Like, you know, just because there is more user time spent per user and there's way good, you know, you can have good tracking makes an amazing platform. No, there are other factors. But for this video, we're going to focus on these two. Okay, so check this out. If you're an advertiser, okay, and most people who are watching this video are marketers, advertisers, okay, why would you advertise on a platform that has just seen a dip in the time spent per user on the actual platform, okay? And why would you advertise on a platform that gives you data that isn't actually correct, right? Because in order to scale a business, in order to scale an ad campaign, you need to have the ability to make data-driven decisions. You need to know the input that caused the output. Because if you can't keep the same input going in, then you'll always have different outputs, okay? And the amazing thing, or the thing that made Facebook great before, was that you could literally track every single thing. You could, and I think you can still do it. You can still track which copy helped get the results that you want. You can still track the creative. You can still track the placement, all that good stuff. But because of the iOS update, issue, it makes people not have the right data. And if you don't have the right data as an advertiser, I promise you, you will not be able to scale your customers' campaigns, their businesses, as you used to before, okay? And guess what? If you can't predictably do the successful actions repeatedly, then you can't really call yourself an expert, and you can't achieve the success that you actually want to achieve, okay? And this happens a lot. A lot of these agency owners, they sign customers, but that's only half the battle. I would even say that's only 20% of the battle, because 80% of the war is won by actually delivering. Most agencies who, and I don't really care if you're the best ad agency owner or if you're the best advertiser on Facebook, I know that you aren't getting good results as you used to before, okay? And this is because I don't think it's your fault. It's not your fault. It's just the actual platform itself, okay? Because if you can't make data-driven decisions anymore, then you're essentially fucked. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? So if you can't make data-driven decision on a platform, it makes it a shitty platform. If you can if you can predictably make the right decisions every time, and you can do so only if you have good data, if you can do it, then it makes it an amazing platform. Okay, so that's the first issue, right? So this has just fucked Facebook for real. Okay, now the next thing is how much platform is being spent on the how much time is being spent per user on the platform. If it's high, which, you know, I spend most of my time on Instagram and Facebook, so it's still pretty high. I think Facebook is still a great platform, but the higher it is, the better the platform for advertisers, and the lower it is, the shittier the platform is. Okay. Now, what Facebook didn't say in this article, or however they communicated the drop in their value, is they said here, expected revenue growth to slow because users weren't spending less time on its lucrative services. Okay, but where are the eyeballs going? Because people are still addicted to their phone. They're still addicted to social media. So if they stop watching this thing, then they need something else to be watching. So what they didn't mention is that TikTok is stealing or their eyeballs. Okay? And I'm gonna just stick to that. For this point, I'm just stop there because you know, you get the point. I hope I just gave you the thing, right? But anyway, for those who are smart, they'll get the point. But I'll just keep going with the video, okay? So for me, I think that the number one reasons as to why Facebook isn't as great is because you can't make predictable decisions. You can't make data-driven decisions as you used to before. You know, like although I wasn't really an advertiser in 2020 to 2017, I know a lot of people talk about, oh, Facebook isn't as it was before. Oh, you could spend like $100 and make $100,000 back. You know, all those kind of things. And well, that's because there were less competition, and you could still make good, you know, data-driven decisions. Okay, so all this combined makes Facebook not as good to be selling, but I don't even think this is the actual worst reason. I don't think this is the actual reasons as to why you shouldn't sell Facebook, because as bad as it is, Facebook is still probably the best platform to be advertising on because it's so grown. It has some of the best engineers, some of the smartest people actually, you know, building it. It's probably still better than a lot of the platforms like TikTok. Okay, but if you look at some of the reasons in the price drops, because Facebook has had a lot of stock prices drops in the past 5 years. Besides this one, the other most recent drop happened in March 2020. Okay, and I looked up an article to try to figure out what was the cause behind this. And in this article, it says that Cohen analyst John Blackledge estimates digital advertisers could lose $45 billion in ad revenue relative to previous expectations in 2020. As one of the largest digital advertisers, Facebook will definitely be significantly affected, which is why the stock is down. Okay, and the reason why I wanted to point this out is that Facebook is a $600 billion company, mostly because of advertisers. Okay, and if advertisers are removing their, you know, when Facebook says it's going to lose $10 billion, it means $10 billion are going to stop being spent on Facebook, right? And trust me, this is not $100. This is not $10,000. This is not $100 million. This is $10 billion of revenue that it loses, okay? And what that means, and I'm going to try to explain it in more simpler terms, is that people are voting 10 billion times that they want to stop advertising on the actual platform. Okay, 10 billion, because for me, every dollar I see, I just see it as a decision. Okay, it's like I decide to invest $10 on Facebook, I decide to invest $1,000, and each dollar is a decision. Okay, so here you have 10 billion people, or 10 billion arguments, 10 billion decisions confirming the fact that, hey, maybe this isn't the right platform to be using right now. Maybe our money is better allocated on a different platform. Okay, so all I'm trying to say if you're an advertiser, you have the market, or you have a lot of other people who are normally investing in Facebook saying that, hey, you know what, we're going to take 10 billion and we're going to put it somewhere else. Okay, so as an actual business owner, as an entrepreneur, I want you to realize that that money still has to be allocated somewhere. Okay, maybe here. Okay, well, anyway, that's another story. But now this is the whole just business, our reasons and stuff like that. Now let's actually go over to the next thing, which is, I think this is simple, but I still don't understand why people don't understand it. Okay, if you want to read about this, you can read Eugene Schwartz. I think it's called Breakthrough Advertising. He goes over the market's level of sophistication. Okay, and in the program that I've built, I go over this a little bit, and let's go over the 5 levels of the 5 different states or stages of sophistication. Okay, so the state of sophistication of your market is found by establishing how many similar services and products that your market have been told about before. Okay, if you know their state of sophistication, you can craft messages that appeal to the level of information that they have, and you can make your messages much more powerful. Okay, so the first state is a market has never received any information about such product or service. Let's actually personalize this to Facebook. Okay, if a market, and let's say a market is e-commerce brands, let's say a market is real estate agents, let's say a market is coaches and consultants, let's say a market is loan officers, let's say a market is SaaS businesses. Okay, let's say if these markets were in the first state of sophistication, then they would have never received any information about Facebook ads. So all you really need to actually catch their attention and to be able to sell your services is to be simple, be direct, and don't try to be fancy. Okay, so you would come and be like, hey, we have this tool which is called Facebook ad. We believe we can add 100 grand extra per month. Let's get on a call. Boom, a call will happen. Okay, now the second state of sophistication is the actual e-commerce brand that you're trying to approach. They've already heard about Facebook ad, so your focus should be to copy the performing claim. So copy the same Facebook, okay, Facebook and mechanism and things like that, but enlarge on it. So drive it to the absolute limit. So instead of saying, oh, Facebook ad can help you out an extra 6 figures per month, be, hey, Facebook ad is the thing that gets you to $1 million a month. Okay, so you just enlarge upon the claim. Okay, now if a specific market is in the third state of sophistication, let's say e-commerce brands, it's that they've heard all the claims in all their extremes. So mere repetition won't work. This whole, oh, we scaled brands to 6 and 7 figures, it won't work. Okay, so your solution to this is to introduce a new mechanism to deliver the same claim. Okay, so to be honest, this is what most of you guys need. You guys need to introduce a new mechanism that delivers the same claim. Like if I was watching this video and I'm a Facebook ad agency owner, okay, and I'm stuck between less than 100K per month, and it's been more than a year that I've been in business, I would stop selling this thing that the market is numb, find a new mechanism, start selling it. Okay, the emphasis will shift from the product or service to how it works. So here, if you don't want to change completely a mechanism, you have another option. You can switch from talking about Facebook to go a bit more into like, how does it actually work? This is where you go a bit more deep and describing the process that you use to actually deliver results. Start talking about copy, start talking about creative, start talking about maybe pictures perform better than videos, and then maybe videos perform better than creatives. Then you can start talking about long form, you can start talking about short form copy, all that stuff, okay? And then performance becomes the dominant and not the end result, right? So this is where you stop talking about Facebook to talk about all the things that you do to actually deliver results. The how is what matters the most, okay? Now, the fourth state of sophistication is the market is wait a second. Your competitors are already focusing on sharing the mechanism. Okay, yeah. So now your competitors are already focusing on talking about this new mechanism, okay, and how it works, right? So now if you're in this state of, if your market is in the first state of sophistication, then you don't just keep talking about the how, you actually elaborate and go in much more depth, okay? Elaborate and enlarge upon the successful mechanism, okay? So if a lot of people are like, oh my God, these long form copy ads or these video style ads are killing it, then you go deep on it, you enlarge and you elaborate on why it's working, okay? And you use it in your actual outreach messages, you use it in your content, you use it everywhere, okay? But for me personally, I think that one of the biggest reasons as to why most agencies can get clients consistently is because the market is in the fifth state of sophistication, okay? And what this means is the market is hammered. The market is fucking tired. They no longer believe in any message. They no longer believe in any claims. They don't even want to hear about your Facebook ad service, right? They don't. And that's why you're struggling to even sign a customer a week. I could literally close my eyes and sign a customer every week without doing anything, right? So when I see a lot of my customers struggling to add an extra 10K per month or 20K per month every single month, it actually hurts me because I'm like, why? Because I know business. I know that business is really simple. It's you find an audience, you give that audience something that they need, okay? Something that can solve their problems, something that can deliver them their dreams faster, and they just buy. It should be that. Of course there is friction, but I'm saying that you can at least close a customer a week. If you can't close a customer a week, then you either are not good at client acquisition or you have a fucking shitty offer, okay? Or you're selling something that isn't needed, okay? And this one is the most important thing, okay? And I don't even want to go over like, oh, you can shift your emphasis to from the promise to the mechanism, and maybe to identifying with the prospect, because that's not where it's at. I don't care how much you want to like identify with the prospect, talk about how the fact that they want to spend more time with their family, talk about how the fact that they don't want to be managing their businesses, they don't want to be working inside the business, they want to be working on the business. Stop that bullshit, okay? Stop it. Sell something that is new, something that is better, something that is more exciting. If you actually want to make millions and be happy, okay? For me personally, that's my advice, okay? I believe that Facebook has become the service that is keeping a lot of people broke, right? And if I was in your shoes and I was selling, and I was, getting into a course, I was just, bought a $1,000 course, and I'm excited to learn about Facebook ad, or I'm excited to I have 3 customers, but I have had 3 customers for like 5 years. I'd be like, hey, take a sit. You can come sit with me. We'll chill. We'll meditate a bit before. And then we'll start actually thinking, right? Why is it hard for you to succeed? Why is it hard for you to make more money than you know what to do with? Why is it hard? Because we know people making millions before noon every single day. Why can't that be us? Right? It's time to start banging your head against the wall and actually finding new offers that are much easier to succeed in, okay? And trust me, I allow you to quit Facebook ad as a service, okay? I know we build characters as entrepreneurs where we're like, oh, I'm not a quitter. I'm going to make this thing work even if it costs me everything. No. That's just being dumb. That's not being an entrepreneur, okay? An entrepreneur is someone who actually faces the truth. You need to be a good observer. You need to look at a market objectively. It's not about what you think of you. It's not about you and your confidence in yourself. No, 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 no. Leave that to the side. To get rich, you have to give the market what the market wants. It's not about you. It's not about how much sleep did you get. It's not about how good are you at Facebook. It's not about how good your media buyer is, okay? It has nothing to do with whatever you like. It's the market, okay? And as an actual consultant who has over 200 customers as agencies, I'm not making this 25-minute video just because I couldn't be doing something else. I'm doing it, and you can probably hope you can see it, is because I care about this shit. I am invested, okay? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm literally just giving you facts, okay? If you want to succeed fast, find another service to be selling to a market and win, baby. That's it, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You can't make data-driven decisions as good as before, and people are leaving the platform and going to spend more time somewhere else. You get to do whatever you want with that somewhere else, but I'm not going to go over that. I'm not going to give any business advice. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just didn't want to spend too much time, but let me know what you thought of this video. Did it help you out? Did it give you a bit more clarity onto why Facebook isn't necessarily the best thing? Of course, a lot of people are still making money with Facebook ad. Of course. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not a good platform. They're worth 600 billion. Okay, so they still have 600 billion good stuff to be told about them. Okay, so but I think that if you're doing less than 7 figures a year, I think that your fastest way to 7 figures is not selling Facebook ad. I promise you, especially not to brands, especially not to brands. Okay. Now, one thing that I wanted to do is, if you're watching this video and you're actually running a business and you'd like to get some advice on how to scale to 50K per month in 5 days, I've actually launched this 10-hour product. It was a challenge where we helped a lot of people gain the insights they need, to actually scale their business and add an extra $50,000 per month. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything. All you really need to do is access it by clicking here. Okay. All you have to do is add your name, add your email, add your phone number. Okay. And then you'll be brought to our private community. So there's a private community on Discord. Okay. I'll be doing some live sessions on there for just them. We have almost 500 people in this product. It's free. It's the best free product you'll probably ever get. And yeah, just go get it. Go see more of the insights that I have if you've never seen me before. And the last thing that I want to ask you is, please make sure you pay attention to what I just covered. And please, if you found this beneficial, please subscribe to my channel, because I want to get to 1,000 subscribers at least. Okay, so that yeah, more people can just see the insights that we have, and hopefully I'll be able to help more people succeed. If you're running an agency, if you're running a coaching business, a consulting business, and you'd like to add an extra $50,000 per month without doing anything, well, just by working with us, and then we'll build the new acquisition channels. We'll launch the outbound team for you. We'll do everything. And if you need a better offer, right? I just made this whole 28-minute video talking about stop selling this. If you'd like to know what you should be selling, then please become a customer. We'll pull back the curtain and show you what has been working really well for our customers. And we will, as I like to say it, we will make it unreasonable for you not to succeed. Okay? Our customers have a harder time failing than succeeding. So, yeah, if you'd like to get on a call, you'll probably find a link below. Just, book a time with me or my team, and I'd be happy to get on a call with you. Well, you'll probably speak with my team before you speak with me, but hopefully that's okay with you. But yeah, thank you so much. Please subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel. Okay, thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I love you guys, and success tastes good. Okay, so please be successful and change your life. You owe it to your family, you owe it to yourself, and there are so many beautiful things in life that can only be enjoyed if you're financially free. Okay, I'm not necessarily a millionaire yet. I'm not a billionaire yet, but I've started seeing what having capital, a lot of capital, can do for you. And not just for you, but what you can also do for others. Hiring people, putting people on payroll, paying them every month, you know, taking people out, paying for everything, treating them for experiences, right? If you want to achieve that, please stop the madness, look at what the market wants, and if you need help with client acquisition, hit us up. I love you. Bye-bye.